Hey everyone, good evening. So we'll be starting our internship session in a couple of minutes. So by then we have a ample amount of time. So would you like to talk about something or ask any doubts and regarding the registration or something else? If you want to talk about something, feel free to unmute yourself and give your valuable suggestions or anything you want to talk about.
Oh, I'm audible.
Yes, Chiranjeevi, you are not audible. Hello, guys, am I audible?
Jayan,
You
you are
can type in a
audible.
chat box.
Yes,
Great.
Joel, you
Thank you,
are
Mark.
audible.
Yeah. So let's start with Mark. Mark, how was the registration and all? How is it going? And did you face any kind of uh, a problem like that regarding the registrations and the referral IDs? Mark, are you there? Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, when will the meeting begin?
At 5.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hi everyone, am I audible? So if I'm audible, do drop a yes in the chat box or a boom in the chat box. Okay. Like some of you are texting me privately, like you can change the option to keep it everyone so that others also know that the group is active.
Hello.
Yes.
I can't find an option of sending a message to everyone.
Yes, there is not an option.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
okay,
was
okay.
searching.
Great, great. Okay, I will
I
change
I
that.
have changed it just now. You can message to everyone.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you,
So
it's
guys, do
available
you
now.
yeah. So you guys have any doubts like regarding this? You can unmute yourself also. It will take like 2 to 5 minutes for the speaker to be there in the meeting. So thank you for your time for being here for this amazing session that we are organizing as a from the part of 3D School of Psychology. And this internship is provided regarding to have a active way of towards bringing the International Psychology Conference towards a big success. So this conference will be happening on January 30 and 31. And right now we have been choosing a lot of speakers internationally and people who are experts in positive psychology, inner peace, and some really cool, interesting things like brain gym, how to people go to the gym. So to maintain their physique. But have you gone to the gym where you can maintain how your brain is functioning and all? These kind of interesting topics that we have introduced for our amazing conference. So it's up to you guys to be there for the conference and take everything from us. So in that way, we want a little bit of a contributions just by referring it to people and making a lot of people from your circle and others also to be there for the conference. So you will be able to do that with the help of your referral ID. So if you just register as a volunteer, you'll get a 4-digit referral number. When you log in itself in the top left corner of your screen, so that'll be a 4-digit number. So in that, if you log in with your registered email ID, you can add your referral ID to your posters and also in the content and share it anywhere, wherever possible. Like people generally love about psychology. So what you can do is share it in your Facebook groups, connect with various people through LinkedIn internationally and also nationally. Talk to them, talk about this amazing opportunity, make friends with them, and you won't know the value of your connections right now, but in future it will definitely help. You can share it in Telegram groups, Facebook groups. You can easily search it out, and in LinkedIn there's an amazing option called as search filter. In that you can keep specified location, and there you can send them personally regarding this conference. So do you guys have any other doubts regarding, people have been working regarding registrations and some of them find it difficult and they're getting 2 registrations or 3 registrations. So if you guys want, you can, this is an amazing time to, tell any concerns if you have, you can unmute yourself and talk. We can have an interactive session, interactive 2 minutes or 3 minutes until the speaker is there. Anybody want to take the first, introduce yourself and tell about the task that you've been doing? It'll be really great. Right now, there are only 52 people in the meeting. So if your friends haven't joined yet, please do share the Zoom link to them and make them join for this amazing session regarding love and relationships. I hope people have lost a lot of relationships during the 2020. So let's get to know more about relationships from Aanchal ma'am. So guys, all are introverts here. Nobody to unmute yourself and talk. So sad.
Hello.
Yes, great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my name is Richa, but yeah, I have shared this conference in a group that I have created for mental health professionals in the field of counseling.
awesome.
Apart from that, yeah, I haven't shared with any personal contacts per se, but yeah, I'm excited for the conference. Like, it's quite a different concept, like meeting psychology, meeting AI.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that will be wonderful to experience. Uh, As for me, like currently I have completed my master's in psychology in 2020 from Delhi University, and I'm practicing counseling, mainly dealing with clients with obsessive compulsive disorder and other anxiety disorders. Yeah, and I'm studying for counseling also alongside.
That's really awesome. Thank you for introducing yourself, Richa. And you can also approach your close contact as well. And yeah, then this conference is kind of very interesting because AI has been overtaking us. Like they're kind of replacing a lot of people. So in future, we don't know like what and all things can the AI can do instead of you being instead of a human. So we are trying to bring a understanding between how things are going to be in the future and prepare ourselves accordingly. So that for true, the in reality, mostly people won't be replaced by AI, but still we need to know how to manage, how to deal when there is something called an artificial intelligence or a robot who can completely replace us. So
Yeah,
anybody else want to share their experience? Yes.
I wanted to share another thing. So I
Yeah.
actually came across this study on AI. So what was there was like in the study uh, they trained the robots to basically practice different professions. So like a
Yes.
lawyer or
Yeah.
psychologist, and there were many different kinds. Okay, and
Exactly. Yeah.
there were people and they were supposed to tell whether this is real or whether this is AI. Okay, so the highest rate where people could not tell whether this is real or this is AI was in psychology. So that was a little scary actually. Like if it is so easily replaceable, if people can spot the difference, so yeah, like it would be good
Yeah.
to
So true.
explore the same in the conference.
Yes, because everything virtual is happening. Like we are not physical anymore. We have been like an account, a group, WhatsApp message. We are just a number, phone number, actually, or we are
Yeah,
just an Instagram ID or a Facebook name or URL. I've
yeah,
been turning it virtually, so somebody can also access, like robots can also access us,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So we'll be bringing speakers related to AI, and we are currently trying to approach people from the TED Talk background. So
Hmm.
they'll be giving us a lot of understanding, and mainly it won't be like any other TED Talk program. It won't be like a YouTube where we can also watch TED Talk videos. It'll be mostly an interactive session where you guys can ask your doubt. There'll be a Q&A session at the end of every session,
Hmm.
so you guys can easily people can interact with the biggest top speakers in the world actually.
Thank you. That sounds great.
Yeah. So Deepak, has the speaker arrived?
Uh, no, not yet. Actually, the speaker is having some connectivity issues. So if you have
Okay.
any doubts about the internship or if you have any other doubts, you can ask now. Generally, we have that doubt clearing session after 6 o'clock. You can use this time to ask any doubts if you have.
She has joined.
Okay, Vam has joined.
Okay.
Ah. Deepak, you can give start
So
off with the introduction and welcome ma'am. Yeah.
so yeah, we will be starting the session now. So thank you everyone for joining. And yeah, we all know that we are social beings. We are interdependent on each other, and many people they live for each other. Many of you are from psychological background, and you may have know something called as Maslow hierarchy. He said that once we have got our social needs and once we have got our safety needs, then we go for our relationship needs. We need to be acknowledged by people. We need to have social contacts. So this is meeting is about relationships and love. So I think Reshika, can you if Reshika is
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, so yeah, like how Deepak was saying, guys. First to begin with, good evening, everybody. So, like how he was saying, love we believe is a need for everyone, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting people to love you and having that need for belongingness and all of that because people tend to make it like that's something wrong, right? They tend to call it a wrong thing to seek for love but no, we are social beings, we are human beings, and we need love. And we think it's a very beautiful thing. So to elaborate more about that and to share more of her perspectives and insights, we have Aanchal ma'am with us here. We've brought her especially because you guys loved her previous webinar so much, and we got requests from you people to, to have her again. So thank you again for accepting our second invitation, ma'am. Over to you.
I'm more than glad. Thank you for giving such a beautiful introduction. I would request first, before I really want to start on time now, but then I would request before that to please switch on your camera so that I can see the faces. I would know who am I speaking to. I would know who am I interacting with. It is a really nice thing where I would see the faces. Okay, so I would quickly give like a minute so that you guys can quickly switch on your cameras. And I would really, really appreciate that. And then we can start. Okay?
Ma'am, like one small request, ma'am. Can you change the into phone, ma'am? Can you change the video to phone?
No, I think today it
Connect it
should
from
be
the phone.
fine. Last time it was about the speakers. Now I think it should be fine. Is it better now? I think from the last time. I've had sessions on.
No, ma'am, it's kind of
Okay.
breaking slightly, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Is it? No,
Yes,
actually,
ma'am.
phone I don't have much battery right now. Also, but I have changed into the nice speakers today. I had sessions all day. Should be fine.
Suddenly, yes, ma'am. Suddenly, it's good. Yeah, you can carry on, ma'am.
Kinda robotic
Also,
voice, ma'am.
also,
Like if you put
also,
up a headphone.
listen. I would say
Yes,
everybody
ma'am. Yes,
would
ma'am.
mute themselves, then only I think it would be a better voice. Once everybody unmutes, then also it echoes. Okay.
Okay,
So I
ma'am.
would request everyone to mute themselves also, then it would make a better noise. But then, yes. Okay. So, everyone, hi. I'm so glad to see all of you here. So people who are having issues with the camera, that's absolutely okay. But then people who are in the session, I would request to be very, very honest and be here. I have this really interesting matter for you all that we can talk about, but I don't want to be somebody who's lecturing you. Okay. I'm not somebody like right now, I'm a person who's just come here to talk. And talk is something where we all can have an interactive session. Okay. I will keep good amount of time because last time it was pretty less. So I'm going to spend like at least 20 minutes on the question answer round today. Okay? Yeah. So, but before that, I should see a nice smile on your faces, and because we are going to talk about love and we're going to talk about relationship. Yeah. Everybody excited? And there's so many people. I don't want to like Sarita, Khushi, Janvi, Garvita, Gurleen, Monica. Everybody, please switch on your cameras, Ritu. It would be so nice, Bhumi, Lakshmi. Great. I would just request everyone to buck up. Let's do one thing. Let's all clap. Let's all clap for few seconds so that we would wait for everybody and we can also energize ourselves. We're also having a long day. Yeah. We're having a long day, aren't we? Yeah. So we'll quickly clap. And we wait for everyone with a nice big smile. Let's see who switches it on first. Somebody who's switching it on, please start clapping so that we allow everyone to join in for us. Somebody who has a camera problem, then it is okay. Great. Such lovely, beautiful faces. My God, you guys are so nice and pretty. Why weren't you switching on your cameras? Great.
It takes too much bandwidth.
Okay. Wow, my God, I have such nice faces in this session. That's great. Okay. So today we're going to talk about a very, very interesting topic, which is love and relationship. Okay. I would actually keep this as a talk, like a simple talk, but there's a lot of points that there are 3 important skills that I will be telling you guys that you can have in your relationship to make it a little better. okay, to actually have a healthy relationship. Wow, my God. Wow. I mean, I'm happy to see such nice faces. Wow, that's great. Makes me very, very happy, honestly. Okay. So now, you know, I used to always think that when people come to couple therapy, when I'm a therapist, and when couples come to the therapy, it usually becomes pretty late. Okay, they have such strong patterns of blaming onto the other person. They have such strong patterns of saying that, I can't do this, I can't do this. They have reached to that stubborn level. Okay, they have reached to that very strong level of not changing. Okay, and the problems and the arguments and all the fights have reached up to such high levels that I always say that, when people come into couple therapy, it's actually very late. Usually the culture in India, okay, it's not therapy culture. Okay, so I always used to have a question, that how do we teach people that to have a great relationship? We teach people to have good language. Okay, we teach everybody, mute yourself so that I would not echo. Okay, so what I was saying is that, we teach, like when I'm also a teacher with RD school, we teach everything. We teach like subjects. We teach psychology, we teach English, maths, we teach all the subjects. Okay, we teach toilet training. Do we teach toilet training to the kids? Yeah, we do teach kids toilet training. We do teach, book language to the students. We do teach a lot of things like, this is not right. This is not, this is not what you should do. We teach moral values. But what we forget to teach is how to be in a relationship. Okay. How are we supposed to manage ourselves, and how are we supposed to manage the relationship that we are into? Okay, so when people come to couple therapy, then there's, of course therapies work. Okay, therapies work from the core. But then I asked my question, when do we teach those people? So okay, so there is this concept called premarital education. Okay, which is quite rare in India. Okay, that before the marriage, you teach the person, you discover, you tell them ways, and you actually train them into ways that this is how the relationship would work. Okay, this is how you have to manage yourself, this is how you will take care of yourself. Okay, but then also it is, I feel, a little too late. Why? Because they have already selected the person. It can be possible that the partner is not appropriate for them. The partner is not very appropriate according to their needs. The partner is not very appropriate to their taste levels. Okay. They don't share the same level of comfort. Okay. So then premarital education also goes for a toss. So this, what I'm telling you guys, this right now, what I'm educating you is the right time. Okay, where you actually discover that part about yourself. Discover that there are three important skills that you would need to have that part in the relationship. Okay, so starting with very important, very, very important. The first skill that we should have and we should develop on is the insight. Okay, I will share my screen. Um, okay, the first point is insight. Okay, what is insight? Insight is basically the awareness, the conscious awareness of what do I need. Okay, the conscious awareness of what do I need, what do I need from the person I love, what do I need from my partner. Insight of, this is where I want to place myself. This is, when I want in a relationship, I'm very clear that I don't want to, you know, have children maybe till 2 years of age. What is it? This is insight. Insight is awareness about you. Okay. Insight is awareness about your needs of the relationship. These are, when I have taken therapy, when I have read books on couple therapy, these three skills actually make up the most of the person. Insight. How do insight will help you? Insight will help you by knowing that, I when I'm looking for a guy, I want to have these particular things, that I don't want to get married into a business class. I want to get married in a service class. Okay. I want to get married to a person because I would need a family, more of a family time. I think business class would not be able to give me that amount of time. This is my insight. Okay. Are you understanding? And insight comes from the time when you are paying that session with yourself, when you're introspecting within. Okay. It is not bad to have an insight. It is not bad to tell your parents that this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Not bad to tell your partner that this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a relationship where, the expression of love is more. I think, I've not received enough expression of love throughout my life. I think I would need that expression more in my life now. I would appreciate that. Okay. Are you understanding? Are you guys in sync with what I'm saying? What is the first point? The first point is insight. Insight about your own needs. Insight about your own level of, your demands. In terms with healthy demands, I'm not saying, some demands which are not unhealthy demands. I'm talking about healthy demands. Insight is very, very important. And insight, not only in terms with your own self, but insight about the other person also. And when we were kids, we were told a lot of times that if you can keep yourself happy, okay, if you can keep yourself happy, then only you can keep the other person happy. Okay, we have to remember that particular thing in a relationship too. This is like very, very important. Okay, the first part is that, of course, you're building that insight for yourself, but you also have to have that insight for the other person. Like, if I say that I know that I would not need, or for example, let's say that I want to work from this hour to this hour, and I would not use my phone in this particular hour. This is like my insight because I'm not comfortable doing that. Okay, but then also insight about the other person, about my own partner. Okay, like for example, that when he comes back home, I know he'll be pretty tired, and I know this is the time he would need like food. Okay, I should prepare something for him. Okay, or that I would want him to stay in bed with me in the morning. Okay, but then again, I know that going to the workout in the morning would be better for him. So this is an insight that I have for the other person. Are you guys understanding? Thumbs up. That we need to develop that insight for the other person and for ourselves. Insight is simply awareness, and that can be achieved by introspection. Okay, that can be achieved by actually writing down what you need in your life, by having a clarity. Sometimes thinking over the things will not only help you with that, but writing things down. Okay, practicality comes when you have an insight. Insight is not that you know that this is what the other person needs, what the other points I'm coming forward to. Okay, so first is insight. The second important point is mutuality. Okay, mutuality is a very simple concept but very difficult to achieve. Okay, that is cooperation that we have with the other person. Okay, it is very, very important that we have that cooperation, we have that understanding with the other person. Like for example, if I get a job and I know that I would have to invest a lot of time in that relationship, oh sorry, in that workplace. Okay, but then I know that if I'll be going to that place, if I'll be working there, I will be you know sacrificing my time with my husband. Okay, then the better way here would be to ask that, you know i I really want to take this job, but then I don't want to compromise on the time that I'm going to have with you. I promise to make it to you on the weekends. Do you think you're comfortable with me taking the job? Okay, so there are times that we do have to very clearly. Mutuality is also putting in a very direct fashion, okay, that expression of yours. Okay, that expression of yours is very, very important, but in a very direct fashion, that what you need. Okay, so when you work on these concepts, it is not that this is what you want for the other person. Yeah, okay, this is not what you, it is not like this is how I want my relationship to be, this is how I want my boyfriend to be, this is how I want my husband to be. But how you also want to be in a relationship, that is also very, very important. Okay. How you are also doing certain things in your relationship, that is also very, very important. Okay. Now, this is where what I was talking. The first point is insight. Okay. The second point is mutuality, when in a very clear cut fashion, when in a very direct fashion, you're telling the other person, this is, I expression your love, that, I'm okay with you going on a trip with your friends. Okay. I'm okay with you being, going out with your friends, alone also. I'm absolutely okay. This is where you also have to make yourself understand. Once you give that kind of respect to the other person, you will receive that level of respect from the other person too. Okay. You'll also be, because sometimes of course, now somebody is saying that not everybody is same. Absolutely, not everybody is same. Okay. But then we also have to understand that at least we can, yes, thank you. So we can work on that concept. Okay. We can work on that idea where you're understanding what I'm saying? Yeah, there was some voice disturbance. So, mutuality is very clearly putting in a direct fashion your expression of your things, okay? But then not denying at the time what others' expression would be. Finding a mutual way, how you will deal that. Okay, since you want to take up a job, but you also have to realize that there are certain responsibilities. Okay, there are certain responsibilities that you also have to take up in terms. So mutually putting that forward. Okay, that is what I'm telling you. That is a very important skill. You just keep doing things for what you want, what your job is requiring, what you are, heading towards. That will not help the relationship. Okay, mutual. It is a mutual relationship that you're having with your boyfriend, with your husband. Okay, that is very, very important. And the third point that I want to tell you today is emotional regulation. Okay, this is something which is worked at our own level. This is a very important point here, that emotional regulation is something that, is very clearly saying that I'm able to regulate myself. I'm able to regulate my responses when something comes up. Okay, there was a very long back story, I'll tell you. So there was a story that I read long back, which says that, so there was this girl who goes to one Baba and says that, I have a lot of fight in my relationships, a lot of fights. How am I supposed to deal with my fights? Okay, how am I supposed to make my relationship better? Tell me. So he said, every time you get into a fight, okay, every time you start arguing, you don't speak anything, but you start sipping water. Okay, you start sipping water all the time, and you will see in 1 week your relationship will get better. So she said, should I put something into the water? Should I do something? Was no, the water is amrit. Drink water. Okay. So after 1 week, she came to the Baba again and she did that. Okay. After 1 week, she came to the Baba again and she said, oh my God, my relationship has got so much better. Okay. So, the idea behind is he didn't give any Amrit. The Amrit here was that she was able to actually control what she was saying all the time in the arguments. Okay. Because she was sipping the water, she was not saying anything. Somewhere or the other, the emotions, the responses that she was putting forward, they were getting control. Okay. And all the relations, the fights, all the arguments were actually getting resolved. The anger coming from the other person was not getting ignited, and slowly, gradually, the relationship got better. What I'm saying here is emotional regulation is your ability to manage your responses. Okay, that rationality that in your head. Like, for example, you texting your husband again and again, or you're texting your boyfriend, or you're texting your girlfriend that they are not replying back. So, emotional regulation is basically a thing that you'll tell yourself that, it's okay. I have to manage myself well. Okay. He will reply back or she will reply back. I have to focus on the task that is right now with me. I have to work on the task. Okay. The main important part is that. All right. So, this is what emotional regulation is. Emotional regulation, mutuality, insight. These 3 points will only come when you will spend your time in introspection. Okay, when you will introspect that what you need and what the other person also needs, and mutually sitting down with yourself and finding a solution. Okay, like for example, if I say that, um, now this is what exercise we are going to do today. These 3 points: insight, mutuality, and emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is if you're getting hyper about something, if you're getting very insensitive about something, if you think that you're not able to manage your emotions very, like very loud about something, you have to take a step back and tell yourself that you have to manage. It will be okay. He will reply back or he will do well. Okay. The idea is that. All right. What I'm saying here is that we're going to do a small exercise here today. You guys have a paper or a pencil? Do you guys have a paper and a pencil? Quickly, people who don't have a paper and a pencil, go get the paper and a pencil, pen and a pen, paper and a pen will also work. Okay. Take care. Let's start. Everybody has a pencil or a pen and a paper. Great. So now, introspection, I'm going to tell you how to actually sit down with yourself. Slowly, gradually, you realize one thing about psychology. Psychology is a very beautiful science. It's a science which is well researched, well observed, but a science which says very clearly that it is not a medicine. It's a medicine which has to be worked for at least 7 days or 15 days, then it will bring a change. It is not like paracetamol that you'll have one night and you'll be okay. Okay, it is a process that you'll do, like for example your exercise, for example your affirmations, for example your introspection. It will be not an effort but a consistent effort that you would have to apply every day. You'll have to introspect every day to bring that change into your relationship, to bring that really change into your own self. Okay, are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, very clearly you'll have to work on yourself. If you want to work this relationship, you also have to work your own self. Okay, very quickly now, um very simply, let's close your eyes and introspect. Think about the last problem that you've had with your partner. Okay, and if somebody doesn't have a partner, you can think about a relationship problem. Relationship can be with your family, your friends. So any problem last back then, can you think of any particular problem that you were not able to resolve and there was a huge fight involved then? It's just that you're sitting down with yourself and trying to find the solution your own self. Can you think of any problem that happened back then? Any fight, anything that was not resolved very nicely, anything um, which is currently happening, which is something that you're not very comfortable about your partner. Let's not say problem. It can also be something which you're not very comfortable with your partner with. That maybe they're very insecure, they are very over possessive. Okay, they are very loud with certain things. They don't give you time. Anything. Okay. Okay, or you don't like somebody talking to you in a rude way. Okay. Okay. So now this is what we're talking about. I should be saying other people so that I know who am I talking to. Now very quickly, okay, let's move to the insight. Okay. Insight about what actually happened there with your partner. Okay. Can you develop that kind of insight? What actually happened with your partner? If the person is insecure, what is probably What are they actually feeling that time? What are they actually thinking that time? This is where we're sitting down and we're spending that time too. Okay, let me say, for example, if I'm not able to give time, let's hypothetically assume that I'm not able to give time to my husband and to my family. So, and he's very, very angry. And one day he shouts at me and he says, there's no point of working. Okay, when you can't give time, there's no point of earning anything. Okay, then what do you say? Now, here insight is very simple. Okay, insight is very simple here that, mm, you know, I think he's not very comfortable with me and he's very, very upset. This is not what he wants. He's getting disturbed with the fact that I'm very, very busy. Okay, are you understanding what I'm saying, guys? Okay, insight is that. Okay, now mutuality is clearly expressing my idea, clearly expressing my idea to him that I know you were disturbed. I know you're very, very unhappy with me. Okay, but then I really want to work this matter out. I want to do something to resolve this particular matter. This is what is it? Mutuality. Okay, where we mutually putting that cooperation for the other person. Mutuality is basically what you are offering to the other person, what you have on your plate, that love and that care you have for the person, you're offering that to the other person by empathizing and by understanding that what inside they were having. Okay, that they are actually maybe suffering. There may be actually somebody who has a personality who's insecure. Okay, there is a personality who's, they maybe in childhood um, you know maybe they don't have much friends and they have a lot of dependence on you. They want that kind of expression from you. Okay, you understand it? And then very clearly emotional regulation. Now when my husband shouted at me, I would be very angry. How come you shouting at me? I'm working all day long. But now I have to clearly make myself understand, no, Anshul, relax. He's not wrong. Sometimes it's okay to be upset with your partner. I also get upset sometimes. He all has all the right to be upset. Okay? So that is what is very, very important. That you do that introspection session. Love and relationships, I thought that I would give you signs to be in love or do something, but this is what I'm giving you today is actually the gist of every couple therapy. Okay? It is very, very important that you develop that insight, you develop neutrality, and you develop your emotional regulations. Okay? This is very, very important that way. All right? Are you guys understanding? Are you guys even, you know, uh, what is happening? What is happening in chat? Okay. Very quickly, I will share my screen. I will show you the things I'm talking about. Okay, insight. Then we have mutuality. Okay, where we are doing what we have on the plate, we're offering to the other person, and very simply emotional regulation. Okay, we're able to regulate our emotional reactions with the other person. We're able to actually pinpoint what our reactions would be. Okay, is that clear? Now, when you have all of these things, when you're able to achieve those things, I don't know who am I talking to. I just see three, four faces, and this is such a disappointment like that. Okay, I would request you guys to be there. So now, okay, what I was saying that when you have all of this, according to the research, it says that the partners have better decision making. They have better decision making when they spend their time this doing that. If you guys in a relationship, trust me, if you're spending just this would not even take more than 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of the day, spend some time on the insight, mutuality, and emotional regulation. Okay? Have that conversation with yourself. Once you're able to do this for 10 days, tell me how much change you have in your relationships. Okay, I what I do as a psychologist, I have this very simple concept. Okay, the concept is authenticity. If I don't practice something, I would not tell you something that, okay? I would say that go for a walk and I don't go for a walk doesn't make sense. A psychologist is all the connection, the therapy is all based on the connection you form with the client, the patient, and with you people now. Okay? So I'm saying build that level of introspection every night for at least 5 minutes. Okay? Every fight or even after every fight you have, sit down with yourself. Okay, once you're able to achieve, tell me maybe after 10 days or after a month how much change you feel in your relationships is. Okay, how much better are you feeling about your relationship? Okay, is that okay? Thumbs up everyone. Great. Okay, also now I would take few questions, but with I would really like to take a lot of questions, but quickly tell me the questions that you want to ask me, and then we will resolve it. Okay. Who's going to ask me
Someone
the
is
question?
raising the hand.
So,
Someone is raising the hand. You can unmute and ask, or you can use the chat box.
yes. Throw some light on long distance relationships. Say, honestly, I know long distance relationships are tough. Okay. I know that there are a lot of times that you people have to compromise. There are a lot of times that when people come from couple therapy who are into long distance relationship, I know the level of frustration they have. I know the level of discomfort they have in daily days. I mean the daily routine. Okay. I understand it is tough. But then that is what I'm talking about, that you people, this the first thing which works here is that acknowledgement of the fact that what you people are going through. Okay, you know that you're in a long term relationship, long distance relationship, and then also slowly and gradually, once you start to acknowledge that it is a long distance relationship, there will be certain things that I would have to compromise with. Slowly and gradually, once you start saying that to yourself, you will realize that you would come to a place that you will start accepting it. Okay. So this is, I think, acknowledging and accepting is a very important point in terms with love and relationship, in terms with long distance also, particularly. What to do, everyone, please mute yourselves. What to do if the partner, one second, doesn't share anything with you? See, I'll give you an example for this. Okay. So there was this couple who came to me, and the girl said, so the complaint they were sharing was that, uh, so the husband came to the wife and said, "Oh, it's your birthday this weekend. What do you need for your birthday?" Okay, and the wife said, "Nothing. I don't need anything." Okay, and on the birthday, the husband actually didn't get anything. Okay, and the wife was so furious, so upset, so angry. Okay. And then when they came actually to the session, so this is where we have to work on. It is one, the insight that we do need that present. Okay. We do need that gesture from the other person. We do need that effort from our person. Okay. Then the second insight here is that it is not understandable for your husband to understand that if you say you don't need anything and he'll give you something, that doesn't mean that is also an insight for your husband or for your boyfriend. Okay, then mutuality is very clearly expressing that I know that maybe we're saving for a long trip. Okay, I know we are saving for something and I don't want you to spend something, but then I really like that present. Okay. So understanding these simple facts that you have to clearly express what you want. This is very, very important. Okay. And the third thing, where you emotionally regulate your emotions, that you were the person who didn't say that. Okay. You were the person who even had an insight that you need something, but you projected something else, knowing that, also having an insight that your boyfriend will not understand. Okay. Your husband will not understand. Okay, so here you'll have to mutually put that forward very nicely he'll have to say that, I would really like if you can, but then I would really like if you can spend some efforts. Okay. Even if you make a card, that would make me very, very happy. Okay. So it is very important that you express what you need in the relationship and don't depend on unsaid expectations, that unsaid things, that the people, and also the fact that people will understand themselves. Don't depend on that. Expression is very, very important. Okay. Then how do one confess their feelings to someone without the fear of ruining the current bond? um See, that depends on the bond that you people share, of course. Also, I would say that, if you're not very comfortable sharing, um I mean, when you people are in a relationship in that particular bond, you would get that hint yourself. Okay. That if the other person is interested, if the other person wants that kind of a thing. Okay. Then I think, depending on what insight you have from the other person and how would he react, simply just, maybe in some or the other way, try to give him a hint. If he's understanding and how the person is reacting to your hints, then only you can go forward. And I would say that, very simply, just, putting that forward in a very nice way would also help. Okay. But then you should have an insight that how the other person would react and how the other person, what the other person, life criteria is, what are his views. Because since you have a very nice bond, you mentioning that, the current bond is, nice. So you would know everything about the person. You would know somewhere that how would the person react. Have that insight. Okay. You would know it better than me here. Then that's great. Somebody saying that everyone, please mute yourself, and or you can write on the chat because your voice is not here. Also, this is a very interesting thing that you were somebody saying that she was in depression from last 2 years, and the family doesn't know about this, but he knows, and now I'm recovering because of him. Healthy relationships. When I talk about main factors in a mental health, there are four main factors. Guys, quickly. I know, very quickly, come here, back here, so that we can talk. Okay, come quickly here. So now, what I was saying is that, healthy relationships have a direct relationship with your mental health. There are four factors. Okay, when I talk about mental health, the first factor is predisposing factor, that you're already predisposed to, or you're vulnerable to develop a mental disorder. Okay. Then second is precipitating. Precipitating factors are the triggering factors. Okay. When you're not in sometimes a breakup, sometimes an emotional abuse, sometimes a mental abuse, sometimes physical abuse, a traumatic relationship can also work as a triggering factor for you to develop a mental disorder or a mental condition. Okay. And then there comes a third factor, which is perpetuating factors, which are maintaining factors. The strained relationships, constant fights, constant, arguments, constant letting down of the other individual. Okay. So all of these factors, they contribute to the mental condition on an everyday basis. Even if the other person wants to recover, they get back to the same condition again. The relapse is high. Okay. The relapse is high because it is maintaining their mental condition. And then we talk about protective or risk factors. Risk factors are, lack of support, not having a very healthy diet, unhealthy lifestyle. Okay, all of these are risks. And the opposite, where you're having healthy lifestyle, where you're having a happy relationship. Now, in her terms, she's saying that, because now she's recovering because of him. So now this maintaining factor is actually, it is not a maintaining factor, but a protective factor. Healthy support from the family, good support from the partner, happy relationship would help the person recover and prevent the person from the relapse. Okay. So relationships, what kind of relationships you people have a direct relationship with what? Have a direct relationship with your own mental health. Okay. So invest in your relationship. It is not that the other person only has to invest, but you also have to invest in your relationship. Have that insight that what kind of partners you need for yourself. Okay, so these three concepts which I talked about, these three skills would help you select a better partner for you also. Okay, that's what my entire idea is. Since I'm talking to people who are young and everything, so I'm talking about these basic skills to you. Okay, where you have to choose a partner here for you, how to be in a relationship, how when you are in a relationship, how to talk to your own self, how to introspect inside, and how to deliver that particular thing to the other person. Okay, I'm very glad about that you're actually in a healthy relationship and you're recovering. Very nice. Then, what if the question of self-respect arises in a relationship? What if someone feels that the other person doesn't give you respect? Okay. Um, See, this is something which is generally not very nice to hear. I know this is sometimes it hurts a lot. Okay. It hurts very bad. And when your respect is getting compromised, but also understanding that I would say that, create that, sometimes we do put that forward in an argument that you don't respect me, you don't take care of me, you're not concerned about how I behave, you're not concerned about how I am. Okay, you always disrespect me, but then we always put that forward in an argument when we are fighting. Okay, but then it is also very important that we put this forward in a normal quality time also. Okay, it is important that way, that I think this is very very important that we contribute ourselves to that particular thing in a quality time. Whenever you and your partner are spending that time, okay, then very quality time. And, sometimes I actually feel that, I don't feel very respectful because of the words you use. I would, maybe if you find it a little tough, maybe it's that the habit you have with the words or the language. I think I can wait, but then I would really request you to change that, putting that forward but not denying the other person's respect, but then putting that forward when the person is okay, when the person is in a good mood, when the person is talking nicely, when you guys are actually sharing that like conversation with yourself. Okay, so I think putting that forward would work, but in a quality time.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I would like to ask, what if someone is
Who's asking?
is Disha, ma'am? Actually, I'm not able to share my video as I'm
Yes,
going
yes, yes.
down for some work. But I had a question. What
Mm,
if someone is not comfortable, is not able to
mm,
share their feelings? Like if I'm saying that it's okay, you can share your feelings with me. It matters. You
mm,
can share.
mm,
So, but still, he's like, no, it doesn't matter, and I don't want to share anything. I don't want to be a burden, kind of thing. So, how to
mm,
make them comfortable or make them understand?
mm. Very interesting question. Very interesting question. Sometimes,
I'm so.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. It's a very good question, Disha. Please mute yourself. Um, so, what happens in therapy? I'll tell you in terms of therapy today. What happens in therapy now? There are people who come and who are very, very resistant. Okay, there are patients who are very, very reluctant to tell about themselves. Okay, there are people who come like that. They're not very open. They're very not very comfortable telling about their things. Okay, and you do find these kind of people in your relationship also. Okay, but then what is um, the Ramban? The Ramban, जिसे हम कहते हैं, if you guys all understand Hindi, and the main trick here is the main thing that you actually that would work here is therapeutic alliance that you build with the person. Maybe the person is Disha, for example, is not sharing today, but then if you know empathize with the person, if you share with the person and you develop that kind of comfort with the person, okay, then slowly gradually the person will share. It is not that forever he'll not share. You have to build that space for the person to share. Every human being wants to share. you know Introvert and extrovert, there's no criteria as introversion or extroversion. Okay, the criteria is that introversion are the introvert people are the people who wants to who regains their energy back by staying alone. okay, by staying introspecting a lot of times. But extrovert people are the people who would regain their energy back by socializing. I'm the person who sits alone, would go more into dark. Okay. I'm the person who socializes more, would regain my energy. I will be very, very enthusiastic. Okay. This is the difference between introversion and extroversion. Everybody wants to put their point forward. Everybody wants to put their opinion forward. But understanding that if your partner is not expressing well, it can be sometimes about the confidence. Okay. Sometimes about the confidence that he doesn't have that confidence. Okay. Sometimes it can be about the comfort. Okay. Sometimes it can be about the space. And a lot of times I've heard that with boys, they always, are very scared of the reactions their girls will give. Okay. So that is also one of the points, that emotional regulations with you, with other points would also help. And also, slowly and gradually putting that point forward mutually. That I know that sometimes you're not very comfortable, but I would appreciate if you'll come and tell me things. Do this for a while, and you'll see that slowly and gradually it'll start to open up, because you are showing that patience. You are showing that level of comfort and that space open for him, that he can come and he can talk about things. Okay? So very important that way. But you also should have an insight that why the other person is not doing. Like for example, a lot of times women come and complain that he's always late with work. He's always late. Whenever we go for a date, he's always late. He would never come on time. Now, is it like first that is it always, or is it like, once or twice it happened? Now, having an insight, yeah, I know that he was busy with work. I know his boss, called him over. But then I don't know, but why is he late? Okay. Now you even have an insight. Okay. But then you're not working on that insight. Okay. This is important. This is why I said insight. That your person, one, that the person you have an insight that he will always be late. He is always the person who's going to be late. Okay. Then this is one insight. One, that he's caught up with work. Okay. So understanding that you're not taking things on yourself, that he's late because he's not interested in me. He's late because he was genuinely caught up with work. If you would have been in that place, you would be in the same condition. Okay. So understanding that kind of thing is very, very important. Then thank you. Love can be only put forward. The love can not be proved, but love can be expressed, I would say. Okay. Love can be expressed through your actions, through your words, and through the comfort that you show to the other person. It cannot be proved, but it can be expressed. Okay. Relationship, why should one be in a relationship? Because one thing, just the innate चीजें होती हैं. We have all the organs innate. When we were born with the organs. Yeah. So we also, when we look at the back, our history, our ancient history, we were born with people, where there were people, okay, around us. Okay. They were ancestors. The main part is that we are social beings. Okay. As Reshika mentioned, as Deepak mentioned, we also have to understand we are social beings. When we'll be, if I keep you locked in one room for 10 days, okay, how would you feel? Will you be okay? With nothing around you. Okay, even Netflix, even phone, WhatsApp talks about people only. If you're even scrolling the Instagram, you're looking at people. Okay, if I give you information on Instagram about solar energy, about planets and all that, will you read all the things? No. But when I give you people who are dancing and singing and acting, you will see the people, because this is innate. This is how we like to see. We like to see people. If we don't see people, we'll not be happy. Okay. You have to, somebody asking how to actually know what you need in a relationship, you would know by introspecting yourself. Okay. Now this is, I think this is what I'm going to take now. You need to understand he's frustrated and that what is he shares with you. Mr. Umeshwar Singh, I think I would like to understand your question again. Can you say it clearly here? Because मुझे chat में I was not able to understand it very well. Okay, fine everyone. I hope you had a great session. Okay, I was able to give that amount of knowledge, but if you're winding up the session, I would request everyone to switch on your cameras. Okay, I would request you guys to switch on your camera so that we can have a nice interactive round and we can share and smile. And I hope you guys learned something about your relationship and it was educative for you. Yeah, sure. Great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm so glad. Okay. Would you like to do some meditation exercise? Would you like to involve yourself into that for a little while? Okay. I'm glad that you found it wonderful. Thank you. Also, if you guys would have any questions, you can message me on my page and I would love to answer. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second.
Ma'am, would you like to name your page?
That's Antarmana by Aanchal Alagh. I would just share the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my page, Antarmana by Aanchal Alagh.
Yeah,
You'll find it on. I think these people will share it on the group. Yeah, Deepa?
Yes, ma'am. I will share it in the WhatsApp group shortly after the
Okay,
session.
great. I will do now. We'll do a small meditation. Now, I'll tell you how to, you know, when you are actually very overwhelmed with things, when you're very emotionally tired, okay, when you feel exhausted or when you feel blank inside, okay. This is one exercise that I'm going to tell you. It's super easy, super easy. Okay, all you'll have to do is one, close your eyes, close your eyes, be honest yourselves. First, before doing anything, give yourself few seconds to be comfortable in your presence. That's important first. You're too busy in the entire day with the phone, with friends, with family. Now it's time to sit with yourself. So we're not very, um, it's not very usual that we sit with ourselves. So it's important that we sit with ourselves. Before introspection, we have to build that space inside. When you feel comfortable with your own essence, with your own comfort, and with your own presence, take a deep breath in and exhale with your mouth open. Okay. Again, take a deep breath in, exhale. Now I'm going to play some music. Now all you have to do is keep your eyes closed, okay? All you have to do is you have to focus on the music, okay? The only sense that you'll be activating right now, because your eyes are closed, you're not feeling anything. All you'll have to focus is on the music, the sounds, the voices, and the music that you can hear. Okay? Keep your eyes closed. I'm quickly going to share that. Keep your eyes closed and just focus on one auditory signals that you're getting. Music, sounds, and let's focus on that. Your mind will wander here and there, but make this music as an anchor and come back. And just listen to the music. Let this music bring in calmness and a lot of patience inside. Once you feel content inside, think about what you want to be today. What you want to be today and the rest of the day. You want to be happy today. You want to be kind. You want to be more loving. Or you want to be more expressive. Have that thought with yourself and tell yourself that I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be more loving today. And once you feel content, once you feel ready to be more loving, once you feel ready to be more affectionate and whatever you've chosen, you can slowly come back to present. Do not open your eyes. Bring that gratitude to the environment, to your body, to be so kind and nice to you all this while in this difficult times in this pandemic. The body has been kind, the body has recovered well. Have that little conversation with yourself. Be that gratitude. Say thank you to the body. And whenever you feel complete, have a great, super nice smile for yourself because you're doing absolutely great. You're doing absolutely nice for yourself. You're growing each day. Don't be too harsh on yourself. It's time to be more kind to your own self also. Love yourself. Give yourself a tight hug. Just give yourself a tight hug. And give yourself a nice, smile. And whenever you feel nice, whenever you feel complete, give yourself a nice touch. Okay. It's very important for the body to feel the touch. So move your hands around your arms, your shoulders, and give yourself a nice touch. It's very important. Okay. And I hope you're feeling nice. Do this activity once in a week or twice in a week starting from today. And it will really help you energize. It will really help you to be positive. जब लोग बोलते हैं to be positive, be positive, be positive, it's not ऐसे नहीं आता. You have to work on that. You have to achieve that level. Okay? Yeah? You have to work to lose weight. You have to work to be positive. You have to work to be more, have a great mental health. And since we all are going through times, about pandemic and a lot of things like that, I would just say be kind to yourselves. Okay? It's time to be kind. It's time to be, show that love to your own self. It's very, very important. Of course, you're doing a lot for other people. You know, when I talk about 3G psychology, they're doing a lot for you people. Okay. But now it's also time to do for yourself also. Okay. Take a little time in a day, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and do something. Okay. I wish you guys a beautiful year ahead, a lot of happiness, a lot of good luck, a lot of success, and you will definitely reach beautiful heights. Okay. I would, if you guys want to be connected, I will also, I'm so sorry about the fact, one thing that I wanted to say, that since the last time I mentioned, if you just, there are the same people, the last time I mentioned about the internship, that batch is actually full. Okay. So I'm actually coming up with another batch, which is starting from the 18th of December, which is next Monday. Okay. I'm coming up with another batch because that is extreme, like quite full, and I would not be able to give individual attention that way. So I have come up with another. One second. One second. Why my screen is not getting shared? Yes. So now this is my Instagram handle. This is my email ID. This is my number. If you guys have any questions, anything, you can message me on Instagram. Okay. Or if there's anything that you want to, there are sessions that you can text on this. I'm coming up with an online clinical internship, which is a 7th batch, which is starting from 18th December. Okay. For details, you have to message me on this number. And I'm sorry about the things, but then I was too busy all this week. I'm going to definitely reply back. If you guys would have any questions, please let me know. Okay? Okay. Have a great thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
session, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I will be sharing you our. Yeah, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot, ma'am. I will like to
Oh, this
conclude
is
the
so
session
brilliant.
by presenting you the certificate. Yes,
This is
ma'am. Thanks a
excellent.
lot,
Thank
ma'am.
you
I
so
will
much.
be like sending you through mail also. Yes, ma'am.
This is very
And
nice.
like
Thank you.
thanks for the amazing. It was very helpful for all of us, and you patiently you explained all the question to us. So thanks, ma'am. The participants, please wait for 2 minutes. I will be sending you the feedback form. Please do fill in that too, and I will be like sharing the feedback comments also to you, ma'am.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. Okay, see you guys.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am so happy to see
Thanks a
such
lot, ma'am.
faces. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Enjoy.
You, ma'am, have a great day.
You too. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And do
So the
apply all these three
participants,
skills. It's important. Okay. Yes. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Peter.
yes, sure, ma'am, sure, ma'am. Yeah, and for the participants, please do fill in the feedback form. I will be staying here for another 2 to 3 minutes. If you have any doubts regarding the internship or you have anything about the 3G psychology conference, you can feel free to ask now, ma'am. If you want, you can leave the meeting, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, if anyone has any doubts regarding the 3G internship, you can feel free to ask. Yes, Garvita. If you don't have any doubts, you can leave the meeting. And yeah, if you haven't registered yet, please do register. The link is in many groups, or if you can't find the link, you can personally text me. I will be sending you the links, and follow us in our Instagram. I have sent that link too.
Hey everyone, if anybody has any doubt regarding the internship or any doubt regarding the conference, you can free to ask us anytime. We are always there to help you, guide you, support you. Me, Deepak, Joel, we're always available. So you can clear your doubts here, or you can PC us. So we are always there to help and support you. Thank you all.
So yeah, we will be ending the meeting now. So thanks for joining us. We will meet in another session. Thank you, Dr. Pratibha. Thank you.